Islam is in crisis the world over, France's president declared at the beginning of October in a speech when he announced his intention to fight what he calls Islamist separatism.
Il y a, dans cet islamisme radical,
with this radical Islamism, this is the central topic, so let's talk about it and give it a name. There is a desire, openly stated, a methodical organisation which aims to break the rules of the French Republic and to create a parallel order with other values, nurturing a different organisation for society. Separatist at first, but with a final goal to take complete control.
Macron's rhetoric prompted objections from several Muslim leaders and commentators.
La laïcité en France, c'est presque une religion.
Secularism in France is practically a religion, and it's the strictest secularism even in the Western context. Macron, his mistake was that he talked about separatism in the plural, but in his speech he only talked about Islam, and he kept talking about Islam, and that offended Muslims.
2 weeks later, teacher Samuel Paty was decapitated outside his school. In a lesson on freedom of speech, he'd shown his students caricatures of the Prophet Muhammad. The 47-year-old history and geography teacher was then posthumously given France's highest honour, the Légion d'honneur. Memorials were held nationwide, and at some of them, in solidarity, the caricatures were again shown. At the same time, the government unleashed a crackdown on Muslims accused of extremism, carrying out dozens of raids. This Paris mosque was closed for 6 months because the imam had put on Facebook a video of a parent angrily criticising Samuel Paty. More than 1,000 people used the mosque.
Les jeunes ne saisissent pas exactement.
The young don't quite get it. They know they belong to a culture, and then all day on French TV channels they see a type of ostracism of this culture. So when Islam is talked about, they don't hear the word radical Islam. For them, all they hear is Islam, and they are offended.
Demonstrations have taken place around the world as Muslims criticised Macron's comments about Islam and the repeated showing of the cartoons. More are expected on Friday. In France on Friday, a month-long COVID lockdown will start. It may only bring a pause in the threat of further violence. Bernard Smith, Al Jazeera, Paris.